and gentlemen, Sigvalgrim here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the best premium hero chests you can get. For those of you who are unaware, though I think this is a pretty common thing to know, there is a chest in the shop that it costs 250 gems and has a 20% or something chance to get a gold character, and from that 20%, like 9% of something will be dedicated to a specific character in the game. And those chests are going to be great for new players and are going to be your main way to acquire good gold characters, except for arena seasons, of course. And in this video we will discuss my picks for the top 5 chests, like the best 5 chests that you should open. They're not going to be in any particular order in this video, but I'm going to talk in depth about every character and why you should open that specific premium chest. So if you're a new player and you want to open premium chests, those 5 that I have picked are going to be the best bets for you, and I'm going to explain why. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and ask me anything in terms of the game, and I'll do my best to answer it. But if your comment requires further reply afterwards, then please make a separate comment, because it is much easier for me to access it, and I'm not very likely to answer further replies since I'm less likely to hear them. So if your problem in a comment was not solved by one reply, then make another comment with another question, so everybody's happy. With all that being said, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe for more content like this, maybe press that bell button to be notified for every single upload, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first character that we are going to be taking a look at will be Flora Poison Ivy. She is going to be great for a new player in terms of arena, and as far as I'm aware, you can get all her gears from completing rounds in campaign. I can't tell you specifically where, but you'll find her gears in campaign, most likely, if things are just how I remember them to be. And why is she a good character for a beginner? Well, she has one of the best special 2s in the entire game, and she's a great character for arena. Because her special 2 is going to be a special that is going to have armor piercing, and on top of armor piercing, the animation of this special is that it will just appear below the enemy and impale him. That means that you are going to have a very hard time missing it, and it's almost impossible for you to miss the special attack. So it's going to be a special attack that you can't really miss. It's going to be a special attack that is going to be armor piercing, and on top of that is going to have her passive, which is Poison Vines, which makes the opponent, after he's hit with an ability of Poison Ivy, makes it unable to move. That means he can't dash, rush, or do jump attacks, and by doing that you can just use the special 2 on the enemy and then keep swiping backwards, and he will stay on place until you recharge it again and use another second ability. This is a very great character for a new player and is going to beat very high threat teams in arena when you start off your game, and if in terms of long-term capacity, you can use her to any extent in the arena and Champions Arena. She can beat teams of any threat, but unfortunately she is not the best character in the game when it comes to raids. She can do decently there, but she's not really made for that. So overall, Flora Poison Ivy is a great character for a beginner in terms of arena and Champions Arena, and also completing the campaign. It's going to have a great special 2, it's going to be easy to play, and her gears are unlockable through completing the campaign. Without further ado, let's move into the next pick of this video. The next character that we're going to be taking a look at, which will also be available in the premium chests for you to buy, will be Emerald Green Lantern. And he is going to be a great character because of 2 things. First of all, it's going to be his passive, which upon tagging will give one of 3 buffs. The chance to stun on basic attacks is pretty decent. The power bars are great to gain when tagging in, and the critical attack damage is also great for teams that are not yet maxed out. And on top of that, he's a Green Lantern. He will have extremely good and smooth basic attacks, and at the same time he will have an amazing special 2 which will reduce the incoming damage you receive after using it. So you can build this character just fully offensive or not build him at all and just use one special 2, and you will be extremely tanky without having any tanky stats. And this second special can be chained into continuing your combo, and if you pair him up with a character like Dr. Fate to reduce the power bar cost of this, you can basically do an almost infinite chain with it. It is going to be a very great character for a beginner because it is going to be very easy to play and at the same time will be extremely tanky without having to actually invest anything in it, and at the same time he will perform amazingly in terms of campaign, in terms of arena, in terms of champions arena. In terms of raids, you can use his special tree in tier 6 raids, but above tier 6 raids he will not really perform amazingly for you, but he will be a great character for you to start off the game with. So if you have started the game and you lack characters and you need more characters in order to progress in the arena and other game modes, and you see this guy's premium chest popping up, then most definitely go ahead and buy it because it's going to be a great deal for you. The next premium chest character that we're going to be taking a look at will be Speed Force the Flash. Speed Force Flash is going to be a character that also has a challenge available, and you can kind of unlock him from the challenge, but when you are a new player it will take you very much time to unlock him from the challenge, and you can speed up that process through buying a premium chest. And he's going to be one of the great characters. In terms of his abilities, is only notable the fact that he has a chance to stun on his first ability. Other than that, the thing that recommends him the most is the fact that he will give plus 25% fast attack chance for the team, and that makes him a great support for a beginner, and you can just put him in your team as a support character and he will do amazingly for you. And at the same time he has a passive that is going to ignore damage when he does rush attacks or evade attacks. Evade attacks is when you swipe backwards, rush attacks are when you swipe forward. So basically this means that if you manage to play him properly, and even if you don't play him properly, this mechanic will mean that a lot of the times in a fight you'll be able to ignore a lot of damage that will be coming your way. His gears are going to be unlockable through farming his challenge, but as I have said, it's definitely worth it as a new player to buy his premium chest and skip that unlocking process, and you'll be able to use him at great extent in Arena and Champions Arena. In terms of raid, this character is kind of lacking behind because he's not a great damage dealer and he's not the best combo builder that you can have in raids, but in terms of Arena, Champions Arena and campaign, he will serve you amazingly as a new player. So if you are starting out your new account or you still need characters to play Arena and Champions Arena and maybe farm campaign, then Speed Force the Flash will most definitely be a great choice for you in terms of premium chests. As I have said at the beginning of the video, the characters that we are going to be taking a look at today are not in any particular order. All of them are good, but I have left the two best of them at the end. And the first one that we're going to take a look at is Atlantean Armor Aquaman, and oh boy, is this an amazing character. He will be the best character that you can have as a beginner because he's amazing in terms of arena, in terms of Champions Arena, and in terms of farming campaign. He is the character that will grant you maybe the easiest campaign completion out of all the characters, because of the fact that he's going to have a passive that is going to heal you and all your team after using an ability. And this is going to be amazing for a new player because a new player will do a lot of mistakes and will take a lot of damage. This passive ability is going to fix that for you. His first ability is going to be Armor Piercing, and that is great in terms of Arena and Champions Arena, especially later down the track into the game where you encounter characters that have a lot of armor. And even greater is his second ability because this will leave a hazard on the ground, will deal hazard dot damage, and will drain power. Hazard dot damage, as many of you know, is not reduced by armor, and when starting the game you might encounter characters that have armor, but you will encounter very few characters that have dot resistance. So this ability, if max, will shred to the enemy. At the same time it will drain bars of power. If the enemy is going to be drained of bars of power, that means that he is not going to be able to use abilities on you. And at the same time you will also activate his passive, which is going to keep healing you. So if you're spamming the second ability in Arena or Champions Arena, there's basically no way for the enemy to kill you because of the fact that you'll be constantly be healing, you'll be constantly be dealing damage, and you will be constantly draining power from him. He's one of the easiest characters in the entire game to play and one of the best characters in the entire game in terms of Arena and Champions Arena, especially for new players. In terms of race, he's kind of lackluster because he doesn't deal that much damage, but that's not the purpose of him, and in any other game mod he's going to be doing amazing. And the last character on this list, which is going to be the best character on this list in terms of rates, will be Silver Banshee. First of all, her passive is going to be Torment, which means that you are going to first of all have a chance to ignore dot damage, though that's not the best thing about it. But basically you are going to first use your second ability on an enemy, and after that every single ability that you cast on her will put a little lock on their special abilities and make them disabled. So that means that your enemy will not be able to use abilities on you. And her third ability is going to be able to make you deal more damage for every single ability that is locked for the enemy. That meaning that you will have a much better damage outcome the more abilities you lock. So basically, I also have a combat guide on her, but for a beginner in arena, you'll want to max out her second ability and keep spamming it again and again, and you'll keep tagging out opponents without them having almost any counterplay to do that, to do anything about it, and that way you'll be easily able to score wins in the arena. And for raids, it's a little bit more complicated, but you're going to have to disable all the abilities for your opponent and then use a special tree for high amounts of damage. Yet again, I do have a guide on that. So overall, she's going to be a good character for arena, a good character for champions arena, a good character for finishing your campaign, and an amazing character and the best character on this list in terms of rates, and the best character on this list in terms of being a long-term character that you're going to invest a lot of resources and a lot of time into, and a character most definitely worth getting to level 60 gears. I do have a build guide and a raid guide on her, so if you have her, you might want to check that out. I'll link it in the description. But overall, you have absolutely no reason not to go for the Silver Banshee chest. Yes, she does have a challenge available, but it will take you a very long time to unlock her through the challenge, so you might want to speed that process up through buying some chests for her. And her gears are going to be unlockable through drops from her challenge. So overall, those are all the characters on this list, the best being Atlantean Armor, Aquaman and Silver Banshee, but all the characters on this list are most definitely worth going for when you see them in a premium chest. This was all for this one, guys. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it informative. For any further questions that you might have, feel free to comment down below. Thank you for watching. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe for more content, hit that bell button to not miss a single upload, and I'll see you in the next one.